Deadlock weekend rocks its way to Australia as the Wallabies look to salvage what little confidence and respectability it can for the Southern Hemisphere in their deciding test match versus England here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back along to your home of rugby. And again, this is third test of the series between the Wallabies and England. Again, another decider, and we have seen plenty of these ones over this last weekend. Today, though, the Wallabies looking to salvage what they can for the Southern Hemisphere. England looking to continue that northern dominance. And the two sides going into this one look very, very intriguing as well, as we see a lot of new blood coming through the ranks of both of these sides. The Wallabies, though, have got a lot of consistency and a lot of experience throughout this team, and it's guys like James Slipper and especially Taliana Tupou who will be so key for how this team performs. Alongside Dave Porecki, if they can keep that front row and their set piece looking good, they're in as good a chance as any keeping this game in their favour. It is young Nick Frost, not so young now, but he's certainly young to the international scene, alongside the younger Matt Phillip in the second row, two guys who've certainly been in outstanding form throughout Super Rugby Pacific. Into the back row, Harry Wilson will be alongside the very experienced Michael Hooper, and the big powerhouse of Rob Valentini commits to a very young back row combination for the Wallabies. Nick White, Noah Lolosio, we continue the big link of experience with youth in those combination positions. Hooper, of course, boosting up that back row. Nick White keeping his companion and Noah Lolosio nice and steady as well. Simon Karevi's back in the Wallabies again, and he's alongside the younger Hunter Paisami. I've made this an age sort of team, haven't I? Malika Conan-Betti's on the left wing, the 27-year-old, along with Tom Wright, again, much younger on the right. Reece Hodge, he's all by himself, and he's just 25. Let's look at England, and let's look at how they're going as well. 1-1, of course, coming back from losing that opening test when they had the man advantage as well. The Wallabies at their very best there, but England did storm their way back in test match number 2. Alice Gedge will wear number 1, and he's got a very formidable front row with Jamie George at hooker and Will Stewart on the tight head side. Into the second row, Ollie Chesham will be with Johnny Hill, the very aggressive Johnny Hill. Will be looking to stamp his authority on this game yet again. It's a very mobile, very powerful back row. Courtney Lewis, the captain, will wear 6, so Lewis Ludlam at open side, and Billy Volupula, the big powerhouse, at number 8. Here we go again. It's experience and youth. Danny Kerr and Marcus Smith in the halves, with again Owen Farrell, plenty of experience on his name, and Guy Porter, the youngster, at outside centre. On the left wing, Tommy Freeman, the young man, and Jack Noel, the much more experienced, on the right. At fullback, Freddie Stewart. Let's see what they can do together with this good mix of experience and youth on both sides. They've made it much more than that throughout this intro. Having a look at the bench, and there's plenty of players who can make an impact here. None more so than guys like Bell, especially in that front row. Rob Leotta will make something, as will Samu. The excitement of Tate McDermott, wears 21, and the power and explosiveness of guys like Leniki Tau and Vaidavalu in those backs replacements. Cal and Dicky Vunipula are two men you know are going to make an impact when they come off the bench into that front row. And we've seen what 23 Arundel can do in this English shirt. He's exciting, he's fast, and he is very, very elusive. Is it going to be England's day here on Australian soil, or will the Wallabies get things right for the Southern Hemisphere? Let's find out. His kickoff is coming right up. The SCG, a stadium not normally associated too strongly with rugby, as the name suggests, the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's an oval stadium, and it keeps the fans, well, at bay in a lot of instances, as a lot of these get this third and final test match underway. And it's an early knock-on from Alice Gedge, and that surely will get the fans feeling a little bit closer than they actually are. Pick and go for the Wallabies will find it resetting the game. And we will pack down for the first scrum of the night. And on the start, I'd expect that the English were after. Gedge with the knock-on, straight off the kickoff. Good tackle from behind. But here we go with Nick White feeding the scrum. And of course, danger man Rob Valentini waits in the back, but looks like Noah Lolosio is going to set something in motion. Wits finding Reece Hodge. Oh, look out for Kolobeti. Back to Hodge. Room out here for the Wallabies, but they don't utilise it very well down that left channel. White's going away. Nicely to Taliana Tupou. Here's Karevi. Beautiful offload. Loloseo. And Jack Noel puts in the shoulder. Why are we getting the blame here on Jamie George? I'm not sure. It was certainly 14. Jack Noel with the big shoulder hit on the little man. Here he is, Noel Loloseo. He's up and back at him. And the Wallabies not messing about. Early chance for not only points, but a good head start on the leaderboard or the scoreboard as well. As here is Loloseo. It does not miss those. Good gun kick it. Here's Loloseo. And looks very composed. Under control. 8 minutes into this game. It is the Wallabies 3. England 0. Back to halfway for Owen Farrell. And it's a deep kick this time. All the way down to Michael Hooper. And finds a bit of room here for Tom Wright. And he is isolated like nothing else, but the ball scraps out very luckily there for Nick White. And running off a bit of a run-up from the sideline there was Dave Poreki. Here is White. Oh, that was a nice little burst there from Nick White, but he's knocked the ball on and has been picked up by scrum half Danny Kerr, who goes on a little scan for himself, just the 22. Changing directions there from Chisholm. This is nice hit down the left from Freeman. Tries to fend off the tackle of Nick White. Referee calls advantage over as they roly-poly each other into touch. And the Wallabies survive a couple of phases of scary rugby there from the English. Here is Poreki to throw to a very deep but very full line out set piece. And here is Loloseo. Gets his kick away in the nick of time. A strong breeze holds it up. And then it's out by England. Oh, big play at the back. Freddie Stewart maybe should have let that one go, but Michael Hooper was breathing down his neck. And he had to commit one way or the other. Big advantage for the Wallabies with the breeze firmly in their faces, but the English have turned this over. And Marcus Smith is a dangerous runner, and he sparks his back line. He gets it back as well. Jack Nolan's outside. Oh, no! Reece Hodge flans him like a pancake, and this is going to be our first yellow card of the night. Hodge is gone. Wallabies lose out early. Well, Marcus Smith, my word, what a run from him there. Sparked it all with half a break, got the offload away, back up into the action, the double round for the offload, back to the outside, looking for what would have been a very open Jack Noel and the first try of the night. Unfortunately, though, for young Smith, wiped out by Hodge, and now we see just there Owen Farrell slotting over a very comfortable 3 points for the English. Back to Loloseo. It's a little short one. He's chased it himself. He's done very well. Hooper's on that. It's got to be a turnover. Harry Wilson, so good at the breakdown. Now they look wide. Tom Wright back in for Loloseo. Plenty of room. Support by Wright. Oh, was a chance there as well. Hunted by Sami. Didn't really want that ball. White gets it. It's nice to slip out. Oh, Tom Wright spills it. And a golden opportunity there for the Wallabies. Has certainly gone begging with a man advantage as well to the English. Oh no, it's going bad to us now. This time it's a high shot from Rob Valentini. And it looks like he's going to be joining Reece Hodge to the sideline. Yellow card number 2. Oh, wow, this is danger. Danger time. I can't think of any other way to describe it. But it's 13 on 15. And the yellow cards. What a kick from Owen Farrell as well. Wind curling it back and raking off an extra 10 or 15 metres with ease. Here's Jamie George to throw into this very important line-out. At the front, Ollie Chisholm does well. And the Wallabies do very well to hold that in its tracks as well. Here's Kerr. Out to Farrell. Bit of room here. On from fullback nicely there with Stewart. Out wide for Jack Noel. Now they've got to work hard. Covering the fullback there. Getting across nicely in defence of Tom Wright. Very capable, playing in the back if required as well. England on the 22, just sneaking their way through. That's a nice little bust, even Johnny Hill. Almost to the line. 6 metres short now for England. This is the time to score. They've got to put something over the line. Left side, Farrell. Oh, a little bit disjointed there as Guy Porter took time to get a load of Freeman. And on the 5-minute line, Tommy Freeman's down injured. First injury of the night. And it's when England are really pushing towards the corner. And they can't quite get the finish in. Joseph will take the replacement.
Crouch.
And
Bind.
he'll move to the left wing.
Set.
England. Now you may notice, Wallabies are just one man astray. Joseph's on the left, they don't go to him. Farrell instead it is. Inside pass, nicely finding room. Another one. Oh no, another high shot on Alice Gedge. And now Parecki's gone to the bin. Oh, the Wallabies' discipline is nothing short of catastrophic. Parecki goes. And now it's not 13. Another one's back. So it's going to be 14 again for the Wallabies. This is quite outstanding. How they're surviving, I do not know. Reece Hodge come back. Then it was a high shot from Parecki, which of course got Valentini back as Parecki went off. This is quite simply a masterclass of survival. They've turned it over the Wallabies, and that is just remarkable as well. Now it's Colin Benty. Oh, just about gets away from all of them. Had support from Paisami. Nick White, oh, just about gives it away. Wallabies are losing their marbles here. They've got to straighten it up. It goes into touch. And luckily for Australia, it does as well, because England were swirling like hawks, looking for what could have been a killer play at the end of the first half. It is halftime, and it is only 3-3. How? I have no idea. 3 yellow cards. The Wallabies at one point down to 13 men, yet somehow they have survived by the thinnest of margins. England pushing hard, but they just could not get the job done. Second 40 minutes about to get underway. Of course, Wallabies still without hooker Dave Parecki. And it goes down. And a good take too from Matt Phillip. It's Nick White. Oh no, don't do it, England. That's Alice Gedge. Oh, he's not been given a yellow. Remarkable stuff from the referee. The Wallabies are throwing up about this. But do keep in mind now, the Wallabies have the breeze at their back. And that is a humongous kick from Noah Lolosio. Well, tides have turned. There's a Wallaby inside the English line-out. That can't be legal. It's James Slipper who goes to the back of Fulham. White goes round to Paisami, getting it eventually through the midfield. Karevi doing what he does best. And bumping off defenders. Oh, there's room on the right. It's beautiful and Fulham. Eventually it goes out to Reece Hodge. Redemption time for Reece. He's put down in a great tackle from Freddie Stewart. Now it's a big go from Valentini. Back to Hooper. Can they do this, the Wallabies? 15 on 15, they've looked better. But how about 14 on 15? So much room! It's Reece Hodge! He gets his payback, and the yellow card is firmly back at the Profits. Reece Hodge scores, and it is the Wallabies looking much the better side if they can keep their players on the field. That has been their biggest downfall so far. Yellow cards have cost them, but the Wallabies have hit back when it really matters most. Well, Reece Hodge was the first man to go off with the card, and that was the start of their struggles. And the fact that England did not manage to secure any points from those yellow card periods just shows that we might be closing in on a very dominant Wallaby display. At just 10 points to 3 though, it may be a bit too early to be saying anything just like that, as we do see Dave Parecki coming back onto the field for the Wallabies. And we have Owen Farrell back to halfway. Wow, that is a big try. Man down, the Wallabies just know how to get the job done. Plenty of experience with it throughout Super Rugby Pacific. Of course, this is going to be a turnover to England and a chance for them to hit back. Now it is 15 on 15. There's been hardly that way all night long. Sammy George gets a good little run there. Takes 3 to bring him to ground. Here's Keir. Oh, there's room out here for Jack Noel. Now 3 red. Oh, no! Jack Noel does it alone. 3 wide jumpers. Ready for the pass. And Reeks Hodge down to the shops. He brought all 3 of them. What a show of manipulation by Jack Noel. Great ball here from Danny Keir. Hit the man that mattered. And Noel said, am I going to give it? Am I going to? Nah. Just goes himself. Marcus Smith was there alongside the inside run of Ollie Cheatham as well. That was class. And just when you talk about the fact that the Wallabies, with equal amount of players in the field, look so much better, the English strike back, and Owen Farrell has hooked that wide. Oh, that is a real surprise. Such an ace off the tee normally. That'll go down as a massively missed opportunity. Score remains 10 points to 8. Wallabies with the lead over England. And here is Jamie George taking the ball down, and quickly into it was Rob Valentini, but it's safely back for Danny Keir. Oh, if he looked to his left here, those numbers. It's Vunipola gets wiped out. Again, another yellow card. Oh my word, this time Karevi's got to go. The 4th yellow for the Wallabies. Now, I know their jerseys are yellow or gold, but man, they are getting absolutely smashed by the referee tonight. England have suffered no cards, yet have dished out their own amounts of illegal plays. Maybe not so much in the tackling department, but now's another chance. George to throw. Hits his man in the back as well, Johnny Hill, and room here for Keir. Oh, that was a nasty little snipe there. George again tries to go it alone.
Release.
Oh, Skench gets in there and tidies things up. Chisholm lets it fall backwards. It's knocked back from the English. Yes, now they get it going through as well. Farrell back inside to George. Slipping through the tackles was Lewis London.
Advantage.
They can go from Keir. That's offside for the Wallabies. This is an easy 3, surely, if they wanted England. Up for a fullback there. You saw Stewart. Ludlam again. Kicks it live. The volley puller. Oh, it's 3 anyway. It's 3 for Nick White. High tackle. And surprisingly, he's not sent to the bin. Again, the attention there going on Nick Frost when it was clearly number 9 for the Wallabies that went with the swinging arm. Well, this one really is going to the bitter end. 10-8. Here's the kick. Owen Farrell to give England the lead with just 14 minutes to play. Farrell hits the money and England lead by 1. Well, maybe a little bit too early to celebrate like that, Owen, but still, the lead is in place. Less than 14 to play. Man in the bin still for the Wallabies. And that one's left to bounce by Laws. Oh, and Lolosio! He's going to be in the bin too, surely. Well, no. The referee has let that one go. Just a penalty. And here comes Karevi. Now he's got work to do to get back in the good books. Of course, this wind against Farrell for this kick. You just have to try and hoik it as swiftly as he can into touch. And the wind does certainly help out with that, pushing it quickly over the sideline. 15 on 15 yet again. 10 minutes to play. England with the feed to the lineouts. Of course, Sammy George to throw. That one straight to Phillip. Nick White out to Monica. Colin Abeti. Oh, what an inside ball there to Hooper. That was a planned play. Penalty, England! Oh, that come from nowhere! Michael Hooper not releasing in the tackle, and surely 3 more here for England. Wow, that was a very late call from the referee. It looked like that ball was coming back for the Wallabies, but this kick, very important. Farrell hits it and holds it. It's over! Straight through from Owen Farrell, who has only slipped up once tonight. And the lead becomes 4 points to the visitors. England 7 minutes to play. Very good kickoffs here from Lolosio, but he just isn't quite getting it right in the chase. This time, England secure possession very easily and another high shot. Oh, the Wallabies are at sea here. Their discipline is gone. It is utterly gone. Lolosio has just committed another high tackle. And in a situation where you need possession, you just can't afford to let that happen. Goes towards the sideline and just manages to stretch over. The Wallabies need the ball here. 4 minutes to play. England lead 14-10. Is there another twist? Still plenty of time to score a try. To the back, it's nicely down from Ludlam as well. Here's Porter, putting a bit of room out wide. Foul on Farrell. He's going to take on Hodge. Farrell to the corner. Oh, he's done it miraculously. Oh, Owen Farrell with a piece of brilliance. Never had the speed on Reece Hodge, but he sold him somehow with a devilish little dummy. It was a bit disjointed through there, but then Farrell said, I've got this. He took on Hodge. Oh, and Hodge just brought it again. He's a sucker for the dummy, and it's proven to be the biggest of blows for England. Well, he's got a chance here to have the final say. Seconds remain. That is a great kick from Owen Farrell. And the buzzer goes as it swings through. I don't think we're going to have time for a restart here. We do not! England continue the Northern dominance. And the Wallabies go down with a second half whimper full of ill discipline and yellow cards. And you can't complain about them either. England may be a bit lucky not to receive a couple of their own, but still, they had to come back from a very sluggish first half. The Wallabies looked the better of the two teams early, but England come back strong late. 2 tries, that's all they needed, but it was the boot of Owen Farrell. Not only he scored the try alongside Jack Noel, it was also 1 conversion and 3 penalty goals. For the Wallabies, Reece Hodge, he got a yellow, but he also got the try. Lolosio converted and added a penalty. It was, of course, 10-3 at one point to the Wallabies. 21-10 is your final score. 4 yellow cards and 3 line breaks. That sums up the Wallabies side. England, none and 5. 5 line breaks, good from them. They were strong when it mattered. And again, second half was easily their best half. That does wrap us up here from the SCG. The Wallabies going down in a heap. 21-10 to England, and it will be a 2-1 series victory for the tourists. England taking another Southern Hemisphere Tour series back home to the great land of England. I'll be back in with plenty more rugby action as well, so do not go anywhere. If you've enjoyed all of these big deadlock weekend matches, do not forget to hit that thumbs up and, of course, subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll be bringing plenty more of that to the channel as well. Until next time, though, thanks for tuning in and watching. And as always, have a good day and take care.